My program can only be done face-to-face, so I don't think online course model is suitable for me. Is that really the case? I'm going to answer this question in this video. Hey, this is Casey. In this video, we are going to answer one of the questions that most people are stuck at, which is my program require face-to-face operations. I'm afraid online courses are not suitable for me. On and off, there are people who message me saying that he teaches about sports, so online course can't work for him. And some say that she teaches about eyelash extensions, manicures, so online course can't work for her either. I can understand. By logical thinking, these courses do require practical or face-to-face teaching to be more effective. So if you happen to be teaching in these areas, it is reasonable to think that it's not suitable for online courses. Especially handcraft and sport courses. These require face-to-face and on-site training. However, I want to share one of my client case studies that offer Qigong training. Initially, they only offer face-to-face Qigong training, but in 2020, due to the pandemic, they couldn't run Qigong training face-to-face anymore. So they have transformed their training into online Qigong training. At first, for most people, I'm sure some of you will think it seems pretty impossible, right? But they did their survey with their customers and did a few trial classes, and eventually they found out their customers can accept online teaching. So they go 100% fully into online Qigong courses. What I want to point out is that there are many people who leave so much money on the table because of their limiting belief. It's also limiting belief that prevents many people from taking actions. Many people say that their program requires hands-on operations and cannot be done through online course. But how do you know it if you never try? Do you think that Qigong can be made into online course like my clients? Most of you choose to disbelieve that it's going to succeed. But at the end of the day, only those who make the first move will taste the fruit of success, and they make all the money in the market shares. If you Google swimming online course, magic online course, or hairstyling online course right now, you will see there are already some people doing it. Now, up to this point, some of you may start to gain a little bit of confidence now. But for sure, you still do not know how to execute it. So I'll share with you one practical step for you to take actions. The key is do your research and don't overthink. Transforming your knowledge into an online course or online training is not rocket science. Some of you are confused and stuck because you lack guidance. It's not because you're not good enough or you're stupid. Your knowledge level is not up to the required level that it needs to make the money that you desire. For example, if you need level 6 knowledge to start making 100k per month through online course, but you're currently at level 1 or level 2 and there are so many things you didn't know. So for sure, you'll be stuck now and can't move forward. So at this point, the only way to move up from level 1 to level 6 is to learn and improve yourself. The best way to improve yourself without wasting money and time is to go learn from those experts who have been there and done that. You just need someone to guide you, that's it. Because they are successful for a reason. They have figured out a proven formula to do it. You can't make any assumptions that it's not going to work for you before you take actions or before your knowledge level is even up to the level 6 knowledge yet. The other thing you must realize is that in this internet century, people's consumption behavior is also changing. Things that people wouldn't buy online previously, for example buying shoes, is now a no-brainer to buy it online. There are so many online shoe stores now like Zappos, which specialize in selling shoes online, are doing great. So stop overthinking and get stuck in your comfort zone, doubting yourself, blurred, confused and not sure what to do. Now you have gained some confidence. The next smart thing to do is to do some survey and research. Before you go straight and do an online course, we need to know whether there are people interested in the online course that you are planning. Without planning, you are planning to fail. So we need to be smart and do some market survey first. The best way to understand your target customers is to do a market survey and see whether they will be interested in the online course you are planning. For example, you can start a survey with your existing students or go to relevant social media groups to do some research. And you might think, how do we research it? Let's say you are doing magic class or yoga class. You can join several Facebook groups in your niche and briefly introduce your professional background and achievement. Be honest and say that you want to do a simple survey about your idea of starting an online course in your niche and ask if anyone would be interested. Or you can record your videos of your yoga class, publish it in your social media channels, and ask if anyone is interested in joining your free trial class. If no one is interested, you may go to different channels to ask around. And if still no one is interested, it may mean that online teaching in this niche will not work. And it's actually a good thing for us because we don't have to waste a lot of time. But we are not going to give up either. The next thing is to ask them what topic in the area will be interesting for them and ask them to give you some ideas. We can then build our online course based on their feedback. This is a bulletproof way to build a profitable online course for sure. And the whole process above might just take you 1 week to do it. From my experience, as long as you have the results that other people want, regardless of your niche, there must be someone interested in it. Doing the market research is like doing a double check. Some people may ask why we should invite them to our free trial class. The answer is simple. If you are teaching something for free at the start, and if no one is interested in the free trial class, then maybe there's no demand for this. Or your topic is not what others would be interested in. But you don't have to worry either. You just have to understand the principle of repositioning. We just use the opportunity and ask them what are the topics in their niche they are interested in. And then we reposition it and test again by offering another free trial class sessions based on their topics. In the end, there will definitely be a topic where your audience is willing to pay to learn from you. And when we talk about testing the online course, we are not going to have all the course video to be ready, then only start testing our idea. We just write down the modules of the course and show them the modules outline when we are doing our survey. Once we know there are demands and they are willing to learn from you, then we can tell them we will do one session live per week across next 8 to 12 weeks. We will record it and we'll give them the recording for revisions. That way we are saving our time and use one stone to kill two birds. The recording will eventually become your official online course videos. Some people say that their online programs still require face-to-face interactions. Otherwise, you won't be able to ensure the students are well trained. For example, team building or diving course. I agree. So what should we do then? You can offer a hybrid online and offline course. You can still plan your online course, it's just that your online course will be based on those modules that can be taught online. For example, you can do an online course teaching about the fundamentals about diving. Then after your students learn about the fundamentals, they need to buy your offline face-to-face course later. To put it simply, your online course will then be a tool to attract and filter customers online. Then it will direct your students from online fundamental class to offline face-to-face training. This is also a method that allows you to reach more customers that you couldn't reach before. Because if you only do offline physical course and are not developing an online course, your customers will always be limited by the locations. And if you think it's not going to work, but your competitors are doing this method, you will insanely lose out the market shares to your competitors. Let's say you conduct offline class in City A. Most of your prospects from City B will only attend your offline class unless you are very famous. Otherwise, those prospects from other cities will not drive for a few hours to attend your class. But if you have a fundamental online course, those students living in other areas can at least buy your online course first. Then if they find your online course helpful and valuable, then they will be more motivated to make a special trip to participate in your offline physical class later. That's because you already earned their trust through your online class. Naturally, they will feel that making a special trip to take your physical class is worth it. Also, you can launch a package with online and offline course. You can set a higher price for this package. More people will be willing to pay because some people prefer online course while others prefer physical course. If you do both, most of your audience will feel like it's excellent value for money. For example, Tony Robbins used to do face-to-face seminars, but now he has totally transformed his face-to-face class to 100% online class since the pandemic. Anyway, many online courses which you have never expected are already transitioned to online course. Let me know by leaving a comment below about the strangest online course you have seen or attended before. Most of the time, you will only believe when you start seeing it. But of course, I know there are some programs which are hard to turn into online course, like those outdoor experience training courses that involve climbing the trees or crossing the river, etc. So transforming these courses into online course is highly unlikely. I don't mean every field can be transformed into online courses, but we can always redesign it to make it online, or if you have several face-to-face programs, we pick those programs that can transition easier to online. We want to build an online income, so we'll just do whatever it takes. It's all about making the right decision at the end that matters. Okay, that's the end of this episode. And if you like this episode, remember to go to onlinecoursemasterclass.com to redeem my latest training. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channels, turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.